So, today's the day. Was excited about this since yesterday already. Looking forward to see what you guys come up with. As you guys know, this is the opportunity for you guys as fans to select your ODI 11. What is your best 11 that you come up with? So, that's what today's show is going to be about. Myself and Aditya will obviously speak in between about each selection when you guys do decide who is going to be in your team. So I will be obviously discussing each individual decision and what you guys give to us. So it's your opportunity today to pick your 11 as a fan base collectively. So that's what we will be doing on today's show. Don't forget to smash the like button. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to subscribe to Cricket Fanatics Magazine monthly. Every issue is 100% free in your inbox. 100% free. Like when I say free, it's 100% free. All you need is to give me your email and you'll get every issue, every back issue, including the latest issue, into your inbox every single month. The link is in the description for that. We have some excellent issues over there. We've had the World Cup edition was the under 19 World Cup edition is the latest one at George van Heerden on the front cover, and a couple of stories in there, very cool stories in there written in there that we shared. And we've had some amazing issues in the past as well that I think you guys need to get hold of if you want to get some exclusive content and get some information that is from a different angle, from a different viewpoint, then it's the perfect thing for you to do. So subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell for that. And the link is in the description. But without further ado, let's get into today's video. I'm excited to see what you guys come up with. We will wait a little bit, obviously, for more people to join the stream so we can get the voting process going. But I'll explain everything on the flip side. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Cricket Fanatics Magazine. This is your daily show. This is the opportunity for fans to answer questions. I'm your host, Khalid. This is part of the daily show, of course. Let me change the graphic over there for you guys. I'm Khalid. This is Aditya, and today we're going to be discussing your 11. But let me first start off with a couple of news stories and a couple of things that have happened in recent times. First and foremost, I have to say congratulations to our guy. That he's a channel favorite, of course. You know, he's a big fan of the channel as well. Is Dewald Previs. What a century he scored against Uganda today. I mean, excellent performance. He was dropped on 0, dropped on 9, I think, and then also missed stumping on 76. And then he still went on to score a century, which is it takes a lot of character to do so, because you can, especially early on in your innings, if you're getting found out early on in your innings, you can wobble a bit and then lose your wicket. But he pushed through, he persevered, and he got the first run for the junior Proteas in this tournament so far. So very good performance from Dewald. We really need the rest of the guys to come to the party, of course, and to join him as well, because he's been kind of carrying this batting lineup. But yes, George van Heerden was excellent as well for that partnership that they put them in the middle order after the collapse. But other than that, I mean, it's been the Dewald show so far with the bat when it comes to South Africa. So it's very, very good performance from him. Some amazing shots. I mean, we knew Aditya from the start. I mean, from the interview that we did with him, that he was a big fan of AB. But when you actually watch him play, everything, the mannerisms, the way he stands at the crease with his legs crossed and his hand on his hip and his bat out, and the way he cleans the pitch, everything, like, it looks like AB, the way he poses. I mean, it's crazy how someone can emulate or someone who's their hero, and you pick up certain habits from them just by purely watching them consistently. It's insane that he does that, as well as perform at the same time, which is amazing.
It's just a joy to watch Dewald bat. He is a phenomenal talent, and you know, with some players, you can just tell that
Yeah.
he's just got the sense of timing. He's just got that extra half second to
Mm,
knock the ball, you know.
mm.
And Abe de Villiers confirmed that he's been mentoring the Wall for the last 2 years,
Yeah.
to the extent that he
Hmm.
goes to the Bravest household where he's got a net in the backyard. So I can only imagine how intense
That
those
is.
net sessions must be.
Yeah, but do you see
Um,
the difference to have a net in your backyard? Like, I mean,
yeah,
the amazing privilege to have something like that in your backyard is unbelievable. I mean, I'm sure if more players there were a lot obviously have a lot less in their life. If they had to have a net in the backyard, it would make a massive difference. I feel, and luckily enough that there was parents or whoever could provide him with that possibility to live out his dream. There's that extra bit of you could say extra head start in his career right now. So it was excellent to see that story on Twitter. I mean, I was speaking to Werner earlier on, and he mentioned to me, he's like, he said he wouldn't be surprised, and I agree with him if he picks up like an IPL contract or he's in the part of the mega auction sometime very soon, because I mean, with the amount of India fans he's getting, the love for AB de Villiers, the spitting image of him, the 17 on his back, it's just like I wouldn't be surprised in this day and age either. As Werner said to me too, he said he wouldn't be surprised. Anything can happen these days, and that's true. It's 100% true. I feel anything
yeah,
can happen with regards to that. For me personally, though, I want to hear your thoughts on that, because for me personally, I
yeah,
would probably advise maybe not so soon. But then again, look at what happened to Marco Jansen.
yeah. You know, I think Dewald Brevis is in a good position here because he's obviously being mentored by AB, and AB de Villiers still retains very strong connections with RCB. And although he hasn't clarified what he's going to do and what capacity he's going to work with RCB in, um, he's obviously still got very strong connections with the franchise. And there's no doubt that the RCB talent scout infrastructure will will have Bravis on their radar. But on the other hand, AB will also know the pressures of being a special overseas talent in the IPL and the sort of pressure that it can put on you. So I think he would know best when to expose Bravis to the IPL. So when we see Bravis's name in the auction, we're going to know that it's got AB's blessing on it. You know, because there are so many people who've said over the last decade or so that there's been no bigger overseas player in India than AB de Villiers. So AB de Villiers knows all too well what the pressures of that will be, and I'm sure he'll ensure Bravis is ready for it. So yeah, I don't think I'm particularly concerned about that now. You're on mute, bro.
It's a perfect mentor to have if you looking up to a hero. Not everybody gets the opportunity to obviously get to have the hero mentor them and show them exactly the ropes. But let's get into the ODI setup. A lot of people are now streaming in and are now joined the stream. This is what we're going to be doing. I first have to update you on the squad because there's been a change. Kagiso Rabada has been released from the team for the series. They are citing that it's workload due to high workloads over a sustained period of time and the need for him to recover prior to the outbound test series against New Zealand next month. So I think this is a good thing. They have announced that there's no replacement for him, but George Linder will stay back because he was a part of the test squad. So he'll stay within the bubble as a bowling option. So he is kind of actually part of the squad then as an extra spin bowling option in the team. So this is the squad currently. We've removed Kagiso Rapada's name. Now we only one designated seamer. And the rest are all rounders, and then we've got three spinners. And people have been calling for George Linder to be in the squad, etc. Some people have even called for him to be in the 11. So now he is, and this is your squad for you guys. And as you can see, Yanaman Malan, Temba Bavuma, Aiden Markram, Zubair Hamza, Rasif van der Dussen, Quentin de Kock, Calvarena, David Miller are your batters. Then you've got your all-rounders in Wayne Parnell, Marco Janssen, Sisanda Magala, Andile Pechakwayo, Dwayne Pretorius. And then you've got your spinners in Keshav Maharaj, Debray Shamsi, George Linder. You can throw George Linder into the all-rounder category as well. I just wanted to separate the spinners basically from the all-rounders and from the seaming all-rounders. And then you've got your seamers in Lungi and Gidi. So yeah, that's your new squad, guys. The updated squad for the tour. Let's get into this discussion, because now it's all up to us or to you guys to decide who is going to be in your team, and this is how it works. So please listen to the rules, guys, because the rules are going to be very, very important for us to decide as a whole. I hope there are some moderators in the live chat who can help us out with regards to selecting and choosing the players to count up and tally up, because it's very difficult for us. Otherwise, I'm just going to do a quick overview and see which name I see the most, because it's going to be very tough for us to do that. But how we do this is we go from 1 to 11. We pick each position. With the openers, we normally say we go with the openers. We say 1 and 2 straight away as an opening partnership, and then we go 3, and then we go 4, and then we go till we're done with the 11. The most amount of votes for each position or each name gets the position. And then at the end of that selection, I will put the particular team on the screen for you guys to see, and then you guys will have to pay for a super chat to get someone removed or replaced. So for example, if you don't want Yanaman Malan or Quentin de Kock as your opening partnership, and you want to remove Quentin from the team and replace him with, for example, Aiden Markram, then you'd have to pay a super chat. Highest bidder gets the position. So that's how we're going to do things. Hopefully you guys get involved with that, and you can pick which players you want to be in the final 11. But let's start off with the voting process first and foremost for the first initial 11. I've got my pen ready. I've got my paper ready. So let's get going, guys. What is your number 1 and your number 2, your opening partnership for the ODI series? Now, I've done this in a way so that we can discuss what's the best ODI overall. It's not for specific conditions. It's not specific for the first match necessarily, but for the series as a whole. So who's your best 11? Let's hear who your opening partnership would be. So we've got 1 for Quentin de Kock and Malan already in. We've got Quentin de Kock. We've got 3 in for Quentin de Kock, 4 in for Quentin de Kock and Malan so far in the comment section. Let's get this going, guys. Let's see who comes up on top. And then there, you know what? I could actually do this actually from my phone, typing wise. So we've got majority votes are here in for Quentin de Kock, as I'm seeing currently. At least that's what I'm seeing currently. Quentin de Kock, Malan, Quentin de Kock, Malan. Only 1 for Aiden and Malan. What's your thoughts on this, Aditya? Is it a pretty straightforward selection for you?
Yeah, I think so. It should be Quentin de Kock and Milan.
Yeah, I mean, there were some chats about maybe Aiden getting that position with Quentin at the top, but the form that Yanaman has been in has just been unbelievable. So I'm gonna remove myself here quickly from the screen, but didn't know that I'll be added automatically. But so I'm seeing that Quentin de Kock and Malan is going to be the main thing. So I'm going to go with Quentin de Kock and Malan as the main the openers. Let's move on, guys. I would like to move on to number 3. Who will be your number 3 for this particular series? Let's get the votes in for number 3. We obviously released all of us actually agreed upon the 11, but now that Rabada's out, it's going to be an interesting one. I'm actually interested to see who people would want to vote for when it comes to 3. Pavuma, simple. Number 3, simple. Some people are saying that it's very simple. Temba is obvious because obviously he's captain. I know that that's an obvious choice, but we need to get it because you might get some somebody from a left field that will say no, we need to put in someone else. So at the moment, this is what I'm seeing. At the moment, I'm seeing that Temba, Malan, so it's Quentin de Kock, Malan, and Bavuma as the number 3 right now. I think majority of the votes are in at the moment. I think it's Temba is obvious. He's the captain. I don't think they'll drop him, of course. So I wouldn't want to, because I mean his average is ridiculous in ODI cricket at the moment. So I think Bavuma gets that particular vote. So number 3 for Bavuma. Remember, guys, you guys can pay for a super chat after we've selected the 11. You can pay for super chat to remove someone and replace him. Remember, only one payment per change that you want to make. So if you want to make more than one change, you need to pay more than one. So that's how it will work for the super chats. But okay, let's move on to number 4. Who will be number 4? I mean, I'd probably go with Rassie van der Dussen, Aditya. Who would you go for number 4?
H.E. van der Dussen.
Let's see what the people are saying. Some have gone for Markram at number 4. Rassie Clint Eastwood van der Dussen, says John. It does look a little bit like Clint Eastwood, actually. That's true. I actually never picked that up before. That's actually quite funny.
Hendrik Erasmus van der Dussen.
Deshan coming in hot with Markram. Let's see, maybe if he makes a difference. If that makes a difference in the super chats later on, if someone wants to get Rassie out of this team, it will be interesting to see. But so far, I'm counting majority for Rassie. Afzul, you said you will help us with the count. Can you help us with the count and let us know who got majority of the votes for number 4? I'm seeing a lot of Markrams coming in late here, guys. So a lot of people saying that Markram should get picked over Rassie van der Dussen over here, some people. So that's interesting. Hey, Aditya, can you see that? Someone like Markram at number 4. I mean, an extra bowling option as well.
I'm actually trying to count all the Rassies here, because a bunch of people voted for Rassie at number 3, and I'm a bit confused about whether some people have voted for Rassie at 3 or 4. So I'm just going to count.
So I think everybody before the first 4 have to be counted out. Then we'd have to take with someone has said 4. So I think we have to take from Kamogelo. We have to take from him and then just down and count Rassies. So Rassie 1, 2, 3. Let's see how much Afzal comes up with. Rassie and Markram 14 each. Wow, it's split in the middle, guys. We're going to have to need a deciding vote over here. A 15 for Markram. Okay, so it looks like Markram has beaten Rassie. I'm going to move on with this because by one vote. So let's move on to number 5.
Oh, hold on. Sorry. There's another one for Rassie.
Okay. I see this. Markram 16. Okay, cool. So Markram wins. I'm going to move on from this one, guys. So this is your current top 4. Let's move on from Rassie and go to number 5. Who is your guys' number 5? And smash the like button, guys. I want to see 40 likes on this particular video. Who's your number 5? Who's your number 5? Is RVD going to keep his place in this particular team? It looks like it. RVD, Rassie at 5. I'm seeing 4 for us, 5 for Rassie now. 1 for Keeler Miller. There is a feature for YouTube poll on YouTube, but I don't have them. I can't do it for 11. So unfortunately, I won't be able to put up a whole lot of polls for the votes for each position. I was thinking of ways to do it. And I think this is the best way currently until we get flabbergasted with the amount of people that watch the show. But we have to look and just see on the surface, because the polls don't work. They only allow you 4 options to choose from. So I'd have to actually create a poll. If I had a team that could sit and produce the show, then obviously they would be able to create polls for each particular position, and then we'd be able to do that. But it will be too difficult for me to do it from here and stream and talk and discuss everything. Uncle Ravi must count in. So we're waiting for number 5. Carl, we've got RVD 23 for RVD. Wow. Okay, so RVD wins this one straight up, I think. Let's put RVD in at number 4. Sorry, at number 5. My bad. And let's move on to number 6. Who is your number 6, guys? There's quite a few options. If you guys want to see the squad again, I can put it up on the screen. This is your current this is what you currently selected. I've showed you the batters. There's obviously been one change with KG Rabada coming out of the team. Let's see. Miller at 6. Looks pretty straightforward to me so far. Miller at 6. David Miller. I'm gonna. Ravi saying Hamza at 6 maybe. Miller is deadly at 6. Miller ideally at 6. Miller. Someone saying Cal. Majority votes looks like it's going to be Miller. I'm just going to remove this quickly for you guys so that you can see us again. Miller at 6, straightforward for you, Aditya?
Without a doubt.
Especially in this particular lineup that they've picked. I mean, I would maybe think of maybe Miller at 5, perhaps.
That's ideal. Miller at 5 is ideal, but given the nature of the electorate here, we have to consider Miller at 6.
Hey, you're full of jokes today, eh? I think this is probably going to be the hardest part, guys. So Miller has 22 votes out of the 43 people. So only half of you guys are voting currently. But here we go. We've got your top 6 done. Now it's going to be interesting because we've got a number 7 spot open. Now there are quite a few all-rounders. You could go for an extra batter, but I don't really. You could go with the extra batter in this case because you've got Aiden Markram that is in the team as well as an extra spinning bowling option. But just to show you guys again, this is the all-rounders to pick from. You've got Wayne Parnell, Marco Jansen, Sasanda Magala, and Dile Pekhlukwayo, Dwayne Pretorius. You can even throw George Linde into the mix as an all-rounder as well. So those are your options. You also can go for maybe Zubair Hamza, who hasn't been selected yet. Kyle Verreynne hasn't been selected yet from the batting department as well. So I would like to see what you guys have to say for the number 7 position. We've got Dwayne Pretorius. We've got Jansen in the comments. So this is going to be a difficult one to pick from. We've got Dwayne P, Jansen, Dwayne, Pretorius. It looks like Pretorius is winning it so far. He is better with a bat than Andile, I would assume, because that was always my view of it. Andile has been a lot better recent times with the bat, Aditya. We've seen a little bit of a change in the way he's approached things, and he needed just maybe a little bit of a break to revive himself.
And he did put in a performance against the Netherlands. I think he scored 48 of 20, 22 or something like that. And he really smacked a lot of sixes. So I think Andile is back in the reckoning, but perhaps Dwayne Pretorius wins this one.
Yeah, I see that Dwayne Pretorius has won this one. There's been 19 votes for Dwayne. So let's move on and move to number 8. Seeing that KG Rabada is not around anymore, so that's that another all-rounding option, I would say. These days with the way KG is batting, I'm just joking. But 8, we have Jansen that can possibly play. We've got Andile Pekhlukwayo that can play at 8. Remember that, guys, when we're thinking about this now, I mean, if I'm thinking of it now, I would look at Marco Jansen as a replacement possibly for KG at the moment, because I think pick the same and just replace KG with another all-rounder. That would even be even better if we can battle 8 or 9 even, Aditya. I mean, that could also be an option. I mean, currently we've got a lot of votes for Jansen coming in over here. Someone say Burton saying Parnell. Um, some guys saying Andile. It looks like it's a little bit split between the two. So we're gonna need our guy. Um, we're gonna need our guy to help us out with this. There's another teacher in the live chat there. Voting for Janssen twice, eh? Yeah. Three times. Can you please just vote once, guys? Because you're gonna confuse the crap out of everybody. Please just vote once. Don't spam the live chat, please. Otherwise, I'm gonna ban you and your vote doesn't count. Um, okay, I'm just getting a couple of messages in. Looks
With KG dropping out, not KG, with KG being rested. I'm sorry, not dropping out. The selection process has become that much more complicated because now
yeah, it
everyone's
has.
scratching their head to figure out what the right balance is for the bowling lineup.
Yeah, and so far we have a, and so far also with regards to transformation targets, we've got a very very white team at the moment. But it seems like we've got Janssen at 20. Come on now, Mzansi Comic Club, Ravi. Jeez, cut me some slack, bro. So we've got Janssen. We've got Janssen. Yeah, I mean, guys, I know Vishal, the voting doesn't matter, but I mean, we're just having some fun over here on the stream and having some fun with it to see how our teams or the fans' teams um, compares to the likes of uh, Cricket South Africa's team that they finally get. Um, the selectors, we don't know what the selectors are going to do, but it does seem that they'll probably go with Andile for the extra all-rounding option. I think that would have always been the case in white ball cricket. But Janssen wins that one. Let's move on to number 9.
Vishal, brother, even the selectors are voting, so we're not doing particularly differently to them.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of who gets selected, and that's always going to be open for deliberation.
Okay, so number 9. This is going to be interesting. I want to see if people are going to go with 2 spinners or 1 spinner. In this particular series, we've seen that Newlands has been okay for spin, particularly in the tests. And I know Paul for a fact is good for spin because every single time they've played white ball cricket, most teams have gone with 2 spinners. Smash the like button, please, guys. We want to see 50 likes on this video. So this is your current team so far. Let's go for number 9. We've got a lot for Maharaj coming in over here. The Maharaji, Kish, Andile. Some people saying Andile has an extra all-rounder. Andile requires an average as an all-rounder, says Suraj. We've got one for Linda. We've got Janssen. We've got Linda. We've got Magala at 9. So this one is looking like it's a lot harder to select. So we currently have Janssen at 8. And who's going to be at 9? We've got someone saying Linda at 9. Pretorius, you can't vote for Janssen again because he's already been selected at the number 8 position, as you can see on the screen at the bottom. Who is your number 9, guys? Let's see. Let's count the 7 for Maharaj and 6 for Magala so far. We've got Keshaf again. 9 is too low for Andile. I'm not actually bothered about 9 being too. You could swap with Janssen. I think 9's okay for Janssen. Seeing that we haven't seen him play ODI cricket yet for South Africa, so I wouldn't mind putting someone like Janssen at 9. So swapping the 2 if you're going to pick Andile Pechlekwayo. But it looks like Maharaj has won this one. I'm gonna go with it because I want to move on to the final decisions of course, because that's where things are gonna get messy. So I'm gonna put Maharaj in at 9, and then we've got number 10. So save that and add it. So we've got Maharaj at 9 currently. So who's your number 10, guys? Now, I'm going to probably think that we've got at 10, you could have another spinner, or you can have an all-rounder, or you can have the fast bowler. So seeing that Lungi Ngidi is the only fast bowler in the squad, it seems like a majority of people probably vote for Ngidi so far. It seems like Ngidi's taking the votes. And let's see what you come up with the number 10, guys. So Lungi, we've got Magala and Lungi fighting it out for that number 10 position currently, guys. So let's get the votes in. Let's get the votes in. What would you do? I mean, me personally, I would probably go one spinner for this particular test and have, I mean, for this particular ODI. Um, I'd have Andile at 8. I'd have Janssen at 9, probably. Maharaj at 10. And Lungi at 11. I would probably go with. Oh, sorry, Tabray Shamsi. Sorry, I would have Tabray Shamsi in my team. So I'd have 3 all rounders batting there, 7, 8, 9. 3 solid, 3 all rounders, bowling all rounders. 1 batting all rounder, 2 bowling all rounders. In that position, that's what I would probably go with at the moment, because I think it's a shootout for that 8 and 7 position, even for the South African selectors. It's a perfect opportunity to test all of them. I think personally, you have an opportunity to do so. Kesh is vice captain, so he probably will play, but I think 2 spinners will probably be an option. But I would like to see a shootout for that number 8 position in the side. So I would like to see obviously Andile play as well. But if you're going to think of it from cricketing reasons, you're going to have to go with 2 spinners, I feel, in Paul. It will change. Maybe it will change in Newlands, but I would go for 2 spinners at Newlands as well. But currently, who is winning this one, Afzal? I would like to know. Ngidi wins this one. I've seen in the comments, so I'm going to put Ngidi in as the option for number 10. This is not an opinion from my guys, so you can't fight with me if I don't put the answer down, because it's not my decision here. It's all of yours decision. So finally, 11. You've got the vice captain Kesh as a spinner, and you've got. Wait, Kesh wins it. Oh, Ngidi. Sorry. Yes, Ngidi wins it. So Ngidi wins it. Shamsi at 11, or we can have. Yeah, I think Shamsi is probably the obvious option. Shamsi at 11. Shamsi at 11. I'm just going to go with Shamsi at 11. We've got a couple for 22. Parnell batting depth at 11. Okay, so currently, this is the 11 that you guys have selected. For this particular voting system, that's it. That's all that's what we've got. Now comes the interesting part, guys. I've put the 11 on the screen. Now you guys need to. Now the super chats are open for you guys to check. For you guys to see the full screen team is obviously available to you right now on the screen. This is how the voting system works now, guys. So we've got the 11 for you on the screen of what you guys have selected as a collective. What we now do is we open up the super chats. So super chats are now open. There's a $ in the bottom right-hand side of the page. Everybody gets to vote for whoever they want to, but you have to pay a particular amount if you want to see someone out and someone replaced. So, for example, if you want Quinton de Kock out and you want to replace him with Zubair Hamza, then you'd have to pay, say, R2 or however amount, or $1, and then that $1 gets your replacement. But if someone plays $2 to replace Zubair Hamza now back with Quinton, then Quinton stays in the team. And it works like that for every single position. But you can only have one vote per player. I don't want to see someone putting in $2 and saying, I want this one out, this one out, this one out, for that one, for that one. It's only 1 for 1. So let's see what you guys come up with. If you guys come up with no one, then this is the final 11 that you guys have picked. And I will put it on a graphic and show this to the world. And that's what you guys, it will represent all of you in the live comment section. So that's how things work on the channel. Let's see what you guys come up with. It's a very, very, very strong team, Aditya. What is your thoughts on this 11?
I would disagree, because I think the bowling is not balanced. The thing is, with the 5 bowler strategy, you have Dwayne Pretorius, Marco Jansen, who hasn't played in ODI, Keshav Maharaj, Alungi Ngiri, who hasn't been in great white ball form in ODI cricket at least, and Shamsi. These five players have to bowl their full quota of 10 overs. There's no option. And there is a bowling option in Markram, but it would be unrealistic to expect him to bowl a large number of overs against an Indian team that basically plays spin all year round. So I think, and this is probably a challenge that the selectors might have faced while naming the squad, because there is a genuine lack of fast bowlers in in the entire squad. And we saw what happened against Pakistan after KG and Andrik pulled out to go to the IPL. So I feel like this is a similar situation, and I'm not entirely convinced um, about a five bowler strategy. Certainly not in this day and age, because if South Africa bat first and score like 230, 240, very difficult for five bowlers and Markram to defend that score. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure. And also, Marco Jansen, I love him as a player. He's wonderful, but can he really be slotted into the team before Wayne Parnell? I'm not sure that's fair, because Wayne Parnell played in the series against the Netherlands, and he was technically he's ahead on the pecking order compared to Janssen. So Janssen is great, and he's going to have a huge future for South Africa. But does Janssen warrant a spot in the 11 just yet? I'm not so sure.
And I also think that maybe that the super chats are open, guys. If you want to change anybody in the squad, unless you're happy with the squad, and then we'll just leave it as is. You'll have to pay with the super chat. There is a dollar sign on the bottom right hand, left hand side of the live chat, where you can select one payment for one change. That's how it works if you want to take them out. Because what happens with this is I put this on a graphic and I share it to the world. I put it on Facebook, I put it on Instagram, and everybody sees this the team that you guys have selected as a collective. So, I'm looking at Marco Jansen and I'm looking at Wayne Parnell. I was shocked that Wayne Parnell got reselected in the side initially, because I didn't understand why we would go with someone at that particular age when we want to try and play 2023 World Cup. The 2023 World Cup was a year away, and Parnell got an opportunity, and I was like, no, but why? For what reason? And it was a shocking decision for me from my side, because I feel that we have a young left arm seamer in the side, like Janssen, that has a roof, very, very big roof above him. So I can understand people wanting to go with a youngster rather than going for Wayne Parnell. I don't know when Wayne Parnell suddenly became so high on the picking order so suddenly, because we've had the all-rounders with Dwayne Pretorius, Antile Peklikwayo, Sasanda Magala. And I thought those were the guys that they were looking at. And then you've had your spinning all-rounders like George Linde in the side as well. So it was quite shocking that he suddenly moved up the picking order and he was selected for the Netherlands series. Maybe I first thought maybe for that particular series, given the availability of some guys, they maybe needed some experience in the team, especially with the newer guys in the side. But then it was quite weird for me, because all of a sudden they put him into the squad. So we've got our first super chat. Ravi is coming flying with 32 rand with a massive super chat. He's gone for Verena in for Rassie van der Dussen. So this is going to have to change, guys. I'm going to have to remove Rassie van der Dussen and bring in Carl Verena instead. So Ravi is dropping Rassie van der Dussen and he's bringing in Carl Verena. So the current side is going to look like, I'm just going to say KV, guys, for short, because I can fit all the characters in. But that means that Carl Verena goes in at number 5. Currently, we've got that. Maybe you can say that Carl Verena and Miller is interchangeable over there, so you can maybe swap the two around. But at the moment, we've got Ravi that is coming with a super chat. So this is the current team that's going to go onto the graphic. if you want to change Rassi van der Dussen and bring him back in, you have to pay more than 32 rand. So we've got 32 rand for RVD to go out, and we've got KV Calvarena coming into the team. So this is your current 11 now, guys. It will be going on the graphic that will be shared with everybody. As they found a way to get him in, Calvarena into the team. So that's an interesting one. I mean, the way Kyle has batted recently has been phenomenal. I think his average is really good. He's batted well against Australia, against a good team. That's the crazy things about it. So RVD's out to the side. It's a smart way to actually give some guys opportunities. Like I said in the preview, we discussed that maybe giving some guys opportunities maybe in this particular series. And this is what Ravi's done. He's currently, if he was the selector, he would give Calvarine an opportunity over Rassi van der Dussen. Rassi's been excellent for South Africa, especially in white ball cricket, particularly. And I mean, paving way for the future is very important as well. If you guys want to change anybody else in the lineup, you need to let me know, and then I will be able to change it. Just pay for the super chat, and then we can get the change. I'm surprised only one came in. Last time we had a whole lot of guys flying in. So Ravi, I hope you don't mind, but on the final graphic, I'm going to be putting David Miller at 5 and Calvarine at 6, just because I think it's a better option to have him. Oh yeah, but Ravi's coming in again with another. It's basically going to be the Ravi. It's not Ravi. It's John that came with a cheeky 14 rand for Markram to come out to the side. This is gonna be hilarious. He's actually basically just using his power here to get Markram out of the team. So we've got Aiden Markram now out of the team. I'm gonna have to change that now. And Wayne Ponnell in at 4, which is a very, very, very surprising turn of events that is happening here on the stream. So I would, just to be clear here, guys, I would never do this. Like, I would never do what John just did here. But I respect you guys, bro. I respect, I respect your decision. So we've got, if you want to get, if you want to get Parnell out, then you'll have to pay for get to Parnell out, and get someone back in. You can pay the same or more if you want to get him out. But this is the team that has been selected now. Jean, with a lot of haters in the live chat now, saying that he's messed up the show because he's put Parnell into the team. And yeah, so looking a bit shaky at the moment. This particular full of all-rounders everywhere, left, right, and center. So yeah, if anybody wants to move that, it makes it look better. Yes. Okay. So Afzal, we can do that. I will do that. With regards to the order, once the final selection, I don't think that anybody I don't think anybody would mind that. So I'll probably move them around. No, Markram stays at 4. And there we go, guys. We've got Markram in back at 4, coming in with a super chat. And we've got Markram in back at 4. So Parnell is out. Sorry, John, if you want to get Markram back. So Markram's back into the side. We're going to close the voting very, very soon, guys. We've got about a couple of minutes before we close the voting.
We've got another one. Hamza for
Another
Parnell
one
by Uncle Ravi.
So Ravi's gone again with a massive super chat, and he said that he wants Hamza at 4.
Hamza's
Let's just
squad,
so
right?
we were. Sorry.
Is Hamza in the squad?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So Ravi, just let me know if you want him to be replaced. If you want him to replace Markram, because now Markram's been voted back in. So if you're going to vote, you can't be Parnell. It's going to have to be for Aiden Markram if you want him in. Otherwise, you can change your vote to something else. Just let me know in the comment section if you want to use your 32 Rand for something else. We've got a super chat from Tasrif, but he hasn't said who he wants to change. Ravi, please let me know as quick as possible who you want the change to be for. And Tasrif, we're also going to need your one to change it as well. So currently we're going till about, we've got about 2 minutes, guys. I'm gonna call it in about 2 minutes time. I need to know from Tashrif who you are asking for. Tashrif is going for Markram at 4 always. So Markram is staying at 4 currently. Markram is staying at 4. I think he's outbid. What is? I don't even know all of these. I don't even know all of these exchange rates. Wow. Okay, so he's outbid you, Ravi. He's outbid you. So it doesn't matter what your vote is. Yeah, he's outvote you, Ravi. So, oh no, actually he's not. So, wait for it. Okay, so so Rafi's coming back in with a massive vote. We currently have Markram in at 4. Ravi, no, Ravi stop, says Justin Lord. I definitely need to correct one thing. We play a lot of dot balls. What's your take on this? Yes, me and Aditya have had plenty of discussions before. Thank you, Angry Gamer, for the comment. Me and Aditya have spoken about this in length. We've spoken about this, saying that we need to rotate the strike more. It's not only about scoring massive runs. It's also about it's also a lot about things to. It's also that's also a way to score. So rotating the strike is also a way to keep the things going and to keep things moving. So that's also a very important point to think forward, Aditya. Do you want to answer this? I'm going to be closing off the super chats right now. It's going to be staying as it is. I don't think there's been any update. I don't think there's been any update with regards to the changes. So the team is going to stay as in with with the Cock, Malan, Bavuma, Markram, KV, Miller, Dwayne, Janssen, Maharaj, and Gidi, and Shamsi. So that's going to be the current team that we are talking about. Currently, that's the team that we've selected. I am closing the chat in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Maybe I should take a 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and closed. So the final lineup is on your screen right now, guys. That is the final lineup that we're going to put up on the screen. Aditya, do you want to answer this particular question while I
Yes.
get the graphic ready to show everybody what is going on?
Yes, great observation, Angry Gamer 009. Um, it's something that we've talked about virtually for most of 2021. You know, certainly since the Pakistan series, where um, there was an innings out of 300 deliveries, South Africa played 161 dot balls, and predictably they lost the game. So yes, it is a significant challenge in uh, white ball cricket at the moment, and it's certainly something that South Africa should aim to get better at, because you can typically understand the team playing, you know, between 90 to 110 dot balls, but you go to 160, and then you've put too much pressure on your batting unit and you haven't really maximized your scoring opportunities. So that's certainly something that I'll be looking forward to observing in the ODI tomorrow. But yeah, I do think that South Africa needs to work on it. So yeah, let's see if there is an improvement.
Okay, so I need your help here a bit, Aditya, just for you to read out the team for me so that I get the right names on the team sheet. Let's start with number one.
Quinton de Kock.
So hold on quickly. I'm gonna rather do it from my computer. It's a lot easier for me to type it out on my computer. So yeah, excellent points you made over there as well, Aditya. Because I mean, we had so many. We were so upset about things because I remember us speaking about it and saying that they're not rotating the strike enough. I saw the same problem now with the S under 19 team. They were getting under a lot of pressure because there was a lot of dot balls. Um, and maybe that's the only criticism that I could give a guy maybe like Diego Previs because but at the same side I can understand it because he was the only in batter. His wicket was more important than actually rotating the strike at that particular time because he needed to bat deep and get as many runs on the board as possible so that it can hit at the end. So yeah, so I can understand that. But we saw that problem. There was a lot of dot balls as well. I think maybe it's just maybe a South African cricket problem. So we've got Quinton de Kock opening the batting um, with Yanaman Malan. Can you just read out the rest of them?
Yeah, Quinton de Kock, Yaneman Malan, Temba Bavuma, Aiden Markram, Kyle Pena, David Miller, Dwayne Pretorius, Marco Janssen, Keshav Maharaj, Lungi Ngidi, and Debre Shamsi.
Enterprise Shamsi. I'm going to be switching around Carl and David for the sake of just having David high up because I think he needs to be high up in the order if the opportunity arises for him to be high up the order. So I'm putting Kyle Verreynne as the number 6 in this particular team. I know Kyle Verreynne is maybe not a finisher from the sense of the word, but I do feel that David Miller needs to maybe move up the order. That can be interchangeable, I think. I don't think I don't think that we have to be very strict with regards to 5 and 6. It can be match situation for that one, I feel. So just
Yeah.
to clarify for all of you guys, to make sure that you guys all are seeing the graphic that's going to be going up on social media across the board. Let me show you what you guys have come up with. It's a different ODI, this one. So here we go. As Aditya has read out, we've got Quinton Kock, Yanaman Malan, Temba Bavuma, Aiden Markram, David Miller, Kyle Verreynne, Dwayne Pretorius, Marco Janssen, Keshav Maharaj, Lungi Ngidi, and Debre Shamsi. So guys, thanks a lot for this particular show. Thanks for contributing with all the super chat. It was a lot of fun seeing how Jean almost got everybody panicking in the comment section when he paid for the move of Cornell moving to 4 and obviously getting outbidded in the end. But guys, thanks a lot for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please don't forget to watch our preview show. We've done it We've done it a day before, so that you guys can have an extra day to watch it and digest it and look at it, and that it can spread a lot further. So please go ahead and have a look at what we came up with in the preview of this particular series. It's on the channel. It will be below this particular video. So go ahead and check that out. And I thank all of you guys. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Thanks a lot for all the super chats. Thanks a lot for your squad. We will be putting it up on social media. I think I'll do this tonight. Maybe we put it up on social media so that all of you guys can have a look at what the rest of the people can have a look at what you guys have seen. So a lot of people are going to be thanking Tasharif for saving the day with his 2 super chats to get Aiden Markram back into the side. Some may be a little bit salty. I mean, maybe Ravi's feeling a little bit salty that he didn't get his vote for Hamza to be in the team. Unfortunately, guys, that's how the voting system works. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you guys again tomorrow with a review show after the match, guys, because South Africa are going to be taking on India in the first ODI at Boland Park in Paarl. So stay tuned for updates on cricketfanaticsmag.com. We will be bringing you a report on the day, as well as some review, obviously, of the actual match. See you guys tomorrow and enjoy the rest of your evening. Take care.